All right, readiness skill number 3. I titled it Word Problems. It's really writing equations. I'm going to flip through some of these questions, and I want you to notice there's a word problem and then an equation. In this case, it's kind of backwards. Here's the word problem and an equation. Word problem, in this case, inequality. Word problem, inequality. Word problem, equations. Word problem, equations. Word problem, equations. Word problem, and then a single or a digit number as an answer. And word problem and no answer, so something that you would have to type in, which make a numerical answer. And a word problem, numerical answer. So a lot of times, a lot of these questions are a word problem and an equation. So you've got to go back to the situation and create an equation. You're not even having to solve it. You're just having to create the equation from the situation that's given. Now, some of these on the test are a little bit tricky, and you really have to pay attention to some of the vocabs in there. So if you're not so great at this, save these questions for last. Don't spend all your time, all your good efforts on a question that you know you struggle with. You need to go back and do all those calculator skill problems first. Do everything that you know how to do while you're fresh at the beginning of the test. And you can skip through the test. Go find all the questions you know how to do. Then go back, and then while you're tired, and spend on questions that you might not do as well on anyways. So an organization has a monthly budget of X dollars. So I have a budget, X dollars. Every month, $2,070 is spent on salaries. Okay, keyword spent. That means I'm subtracting from my budget. So that's 2,070. So just from right there, I can already see that these two are backwards. And I have X minus 20. I mean, right there, I can almost see the answer. Taking my budget, every month I'm subtracting this much. Okay. Now, this word every sometimes comes into play too. It also can mean the variable can go with that. In this case, it's a little bit different. 1/4 of the remaining budget is spent on monthly activities. So after I subtract this, I want to multiply it by 1/4 and find 1/4 of this. Well, another way, the same thing of multiplying something by 1/4 is the same thing as dividing it by 4. So that's why we have this division of 4 here. So there's the answer. It's pretty clear. But if you were working this on your own, obviously it might not be that clear. And you're going to have to think about it and work through it a little bit more. So here's one. Again, the word problem is in the answer choices. And then you're going to look back to the problem and see which one of these makes sense. So I'll give you a few seconds to try that. You should have narrowed it down to these two answers. All right. If you chose one of these two, $8 is not even up there. So that's out. This doesn't talk about the 12 and the 4. So that's out. And really, this one does not also talk about the 12 and the 4. It a little bit talks about the 12 in saying a foot, and a foot is 12 inches. But this one talks about the 4 and the 12. And it says after a $4 discount, well, we're subtracting 4, so that could be a discount. And then here's a keyword, 12 and each. Okay, 12 and each. The number that goes with the variable is going to have the word each, every, and per. So this is an indication that we're talking about this. The number out here is the y-intercept. It's going to be, it could say discount, could say down payment, initial cost, beginning value, something that we're starting off with, or in this case, we're discounting the price. So C would have been the correct answer.